Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where I'll be solving the lead codes problem of the day with you all. So before starting the lecture, let me tell you about myself. I'm a guardian of on lead code and have solved over 1,000 DSA problems across various platforms. So I have been through the grind and I consider that you are learning from someone who has been through it. So let's begin solving the question without wasting any time. So the problem number is 386, and that is lexicographical numbers. Seems like LeetCode is following the sequence of lexicographical numbers or strings only since 1 week. Okay, no problem. Let's begin with the question. Given an integer n, return all the numbers in the range 1 to n sorted in lexicographical order. Okay, so this is simple. I don't think that I need to explain anything in this. And here your example is given like this is n is equal to 13. So instead of the numbers getting arranged in ascending order, which we usually write, here they are arranged in lexicographical numbers. So let me show you that how these numbers are actually arranged. So see here your number is 13, right? So the common sequence which we follow is this only, right? This. This is like arranged in ascending order, which we usually follow, right? But here is the twist. You have to arrange the number in lexical order. So lexicographical order, what does this mean? It means that it should be arranged in dictionary order, right? So with this dictionary order, you must have seen dictionaries, how the words are arranged, or more, or to see more common example might be your attendance register in your school or your colleges, right? The way your names are arranged in it, right, in alphabetical order. This is a thing which we have to follow in this also. The smallest letter will be arranged first, okay, before the greater numbers. So here in this, mhm, so here in this we can see that here the least numbers are 1, right? The numbers actually starting from 1 is 1. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So let's see that how these numbers will actually be arranged, right? See, you have your 1, right? And then your 10, then your 11, then 12, 13. So how did I do this? You can see that the first number are all same, while the second number there's nothing. These are arranged in the ascending order, right? So I hope you have understood that how the numbers are arranged. Like first was same, okay, and then here your in the second digits the numbers are arranged in ascending order. Like that's how it's done in dictionary also, right? So what's actually done that one, if you compare the string value of 1 and 10, you will find that 1 is actually less than 10, right? How? Because the first digit of both the numbers are same, so it shall be ignored. Then the second digit, that is, there is nothing after 1 and there is 0, right? So obviously the string value of 0, the ASCII value of 0 is actually greater than the nothing, right? So the same would be followed for other sequences also, like for 10 and 11, like 0 and 1. So 0, the ASCII code of 0 is actually greater than ASCII code of 1, right? So that's why it will be done. And when all the numbers starting from 1 has been placed, then other numbers like for 2 will be seen. And now Apart from 2, there is no other number that's starting with 2. So it should itself be proceeded to 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. So that's how the numbers will be arranged here, right? So this shall be the sequence of the number. Okay. So after seeing this one example, what do you think can be done? What I could think of a very simple approach is using a priority queue again, like yesterday, using a comparator. Like, right? So in that comparator, the string value of the two integers shall be compared and it shall be arranged in increasing order. That's all I could think of right now after seeing the example and the procedure. So let's try coding it and see whether this approach would be right or not. Okay. So there's a number n, no problem. We shall just iterate from 1 till n and store the numbers in priority queue. And we have already will already make that comparator equation, okay, in which the string value of both the integers shall be compared and placed, right? So let's code it. I hope this lambda statement is clear to you all. Here, the first integers is getting converted to string. Okay, like one. If you see, one shall be written as one. So it's just simply getting converted. The integer is getting converted to string. Okay, and then the compare to is an operation that is performed on string. Since both the integers are getting converted to string, so we have to compare and both the strings the way I told you this one, like how all these things were performed. So in this way, the numbers are actually stored and compared. Okay, so this is the priority queue with a comparator condition. Okay. Next step, we should also have a list integer type result, which would store the number sequence. Now we'll simply iterate through the number from 1 uh, till n. Not less than, but actually equal to, because we have to consider that number also. And we'll simply add, we will simply add all the numbers in the priority queue. PQ dot offer. So this is the like word offer we use in priority queue, like the way we use push and pull in stack, in the same way we use offer and poll in priority queue. Okay, so this is this, and now we'll simply, because as soon as we add elements in the priority queue, the number starts getting arranged, okay, in the according to the given condition. And now we just simply have to extract those numbers, okay. I use while loop, okay, and we will just add the integers from priority queue to the result, and we will just return the result. Let's try running it. Okay, so this was accepted. Let's try submitting it. So yeah, this got accepted, and it was a very easy question to the point. Though you can see that in the topic, DFS is also given, right? Like in DFS, a tree has to be made, and every number like is compared. Like first you take the smallest number one, and then you every time the number has to be checked whether it is greater or not, and then after that number another number in the ascending order is added after it and after it, and continuously this condition is checked whether that number is uh, greater than or greater than the given number or not. So if it's less, then it's added to the list. If it's not, then it's simply ignored and or it is returned and it proceeded to the next number. So that's how DFS is done, but I found this particular method to be more easier for you all. So to give it a try with DFS also if you want. Uh, Till then, keep learning and keep growing. We shall meet tomorrow again with another question and with the same energy. Okay, bye bye.